Sorry to disappoint. I'm not the Joe Couch type that's advertised. Not for sales and management. I might need a little more work to try to be qualified to take over management of Howard Johnson's. Prepared for my interview for a job as management trainee. I'm perfectly dressed for that interview. Out of all the assembly lines I've been on, which in real life actually none, which assembly line did I see her walking down on? I remember the lyrics of the song, I saw her walking on down the line, my baby. Yeah. But I don't remember which line they were talking about in the lyrics. I presume it was an assembly line. Or the line that Don Amici, you know, that would talk about on this old TV program, What's My Line? Then there's a line of scrimmage. The only time I experienced that was my attempts at trying to play football in gym class. And the word part will be the scrivener. I remember that even after the police arrested him for refusing to leave the office he was working in, and officially got fired from one of his one of his comments was then refused to do anything else except he said that was towards the end of the story, or his comment, I would prefer not to. I wonder how much of a partier he was. Usually in various places where I've lived, my usual weeknight partying life was about as exciting as his because of not knowing anybody in the area or town and nowhere to go at night. Sometimes on video computer dating services, I would try to explain Erich Fromm's theory of the Oedipus complex, or Immanuel Kant's viewpoint on the future of metaphysics to women over the phone, sometimes in the voice of Mortimer Snert or Knucklehead, Jerry Mahoney's partner, whenever I got a little bored on certain weekdays, hoping that might impress them, because I couldn't think of how else to try to impress them. Also because I couldn't impress them by playing the fiddle. I'm about as skilled at that as the clerk who used to work at Northtown, the cleaners. In fact, I even tried to impress women on the computer date service, trying to explain Fromm's theory of the Oedipus complex to them in Pig Latin, and still had no luck. So they were still unimpressed. That's a drag. By the beard of the disciple, or Tali Bey of the Khan clan of the Tupilors, who was also Quranic schoolmaster of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of Tidiane of the Kharatzadrag. By the beard of the disciple of the Dem clan of the Tupilors of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of the Kharatzadrag. By the beard of the disciple of the Gyok clan of the Labuz of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of the Kharatzadrag. By the beard of the disciple of the Diego clan of the Labu, the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of the village of Rufisk in the Kaver region, or Green Cape region, slightly east of the Kharatzadrag. By the beard of the disciple of the Khan clan of the Tupilors, who was also schoolmaster, the cultivator of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of Rufisk. By the beard of the disciple merchant, or merchant disciple of the Khan clan of the Tupilors of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of Rufiskitsadrag. By the beard of one of the disciples of the Khan clan of the Tupilors, who were also cultivators of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of the village of Khumbola in the circle of Baal, north of the Saloum River at Sadrag. And by the beard of one of the Tali Beys, or minor disciples of Tupilors of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of Khumbola at Sadrag. And by the beard of one of the Tali Beys and the Wolofs of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of Khumbola at Sadrag. And by the beard of the disciple schoolmaster of the Yaya clan of the Wolofs of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of the circle of Ties, who's also schoolmaster between the circles of Kayor and Sin Saloum, also between the Senegal and Saloum rivers on the Atlantic Ocean at Sadrag. By the beard of the disciple, who was also one of the principal Tali Beys of the Dol clan of the Wolofs of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of Tidiane of the village of Baya Kadyor, in the province of Sin, of the circle of Sin Saloum, south of the circle of Baol, and east of the circle of Ties, also between the Saloum and Gambia rivers at Sadrag. By the beard of one of the disciples of the suborder of the Omaria of the order of the Tidiane of Conakry at Sadrag. By the beard of the Tierno, where holy man who was also a disciple of the Tucolors of the suborder the Omari of the order of the Tidiane of the village of Nyoro, slightly east of the Senegal River. It's a drag. By the beard of Badi, or religious judge of the order of the Tidiania of Nyoro, it's a drag. By the beard of the Satigi, also known as the Saltigi or Siratik Ruro Sire, or village chief of the Bosayabe Pills, or full bay of the village of Anyam Ruro Sire, slightly south of the Senegal River on the south banks of the Maligo or semi-dry lagoon of Douai between the villages of Hore Fonde and Quilon, or in the canton of the village of Quilon, it's a drag. But by the beard that in the canton province of Bosea, it's a drag. By the beard of the Tierno of the Tucolors of the suborder the Omari of the order of the Tidiania of Anyam Ruro Sire in the canton of Bosea, it's a drag. By the beard of the Satigi of the Barobe Pills of the village of Diaco near the right banks of the Senegal River and what was later the canton of Irlabes, Irlabe of the circle of Saldé, it's a drag. By the beard of the Satigi of the Irlabe, Irlabe Hebiabe, or Irlabe Hebiabes Tucolors of Diaco, it's a drag. By the beard of the Tierno of the Irlabe Tucolors of the suborder the Omari of the order of the Tidiane of Diaco, it's a drag. By the beard of the Bur Diara, or village chief of the Nyati clan of the Seirers of the village of Nyatibe, on the right banks of the Marigot of Douai, slightly northwest of the village of Golera. It's in the province of Lao, it's a drag. By the beard of the Tierno of the Nyati clan, of the Nyatibe, Tucolors of the suborder the Omaria, of the order of the Tidiane of the village of Medina Nyatibe, formerly Nyatibe, it's a drag. By the beard of the Satigi Nyatibe, or village chief of the Nyati clan of the Tucolors of Medina Nyatibe, it's a drag. By the beard of the Tierno Mole of the Tucolors of the suborder the Omaria, of the order of the Tidiane of the village of Mola, near the right banks of the Senegal River, also slightly south of the junction of the Senegal and Gorgol rivers, it's a drag. By the beard of the Ardel Galayabe, or nomadic chief of the Galayabe tribe of the Pils, or full base of the village of Galoya, on the left banks of the Maligo Douai, slightly south of Saldé in the canton of Irlabe of the province of Irlabes, Ebiabes, Irlabe, Hebiabe of the circle of Saldé, it's a drag. By the beard of the Satige Haira, the Baroba clan or tribe of the Pils of the village of Haira, or Ayare, on the right banks of the Maligo of Douai, near the right banks of the Senegal River in Lao province, or the canton of Lao, between the villages of Dodol and Eren, that's a drag. By the beard of the Satigi Haira, of the Baroba clan of the Irlabe Tucolors of Haira, that's a drag. By the beard of the Tierno of the Baroba clan of the Irlabe Tucolors of suborder the Omaria, of the order of the Tidiane of Haira, that's a drag. By the beard of the Satigi Wako Haira, of the Baroba clan of the Pils of the village of Hunako Haira, or Huluko Haire, near Haira, and what was later Lao province, it's a drag. By the beard of the Satigi Sikyu Bamambi of the Pils of the village of Sikyu Bamambi, near the right banks of the Senegal River in the province of Damga. And what was later the circle of Matam, it's a drag. By the beard of the Tierno of the Tucolors of the suborder of the Omadia, of the order of Tidiani of Sicu Bamambi, it's a drag. By the beard of the Fatava Eren, or chief of the Mandingos, or Mandingos Seyrares, or Seyrar Mandingos of the village of Chilo, on the left banks of one of the arms of the Senegal River between the villages of Nyamgodo and Boki Diave, and what was later the canton of Bosea, the circle of Salde, it's a drag. By the beard of the Tierno of the Boseabe Tucolors, of the suborder of the Omari, of the order of Tidiani of Chilo, that's a drag. By the beard of the Mahdi, a religious leader of the Tucolors of the order of the Tidiani of the circle of Podor, in the regions of the Senegal River between Dimar province and Fouta Touro, west of the Mauritanian Shamama, it's a drag. By the beard of the Dion Mbumba, or chief of the Pills of the village of Mbumba, in the territory of Laos, southwest of the right banks of the Senegal River, it's a drag. What's more of a drag? Waiting in customer lines or listening to this through the PA system. You're from this part of the Bronx.
Yes.
I was just curious.
Yes.
I visited this area a few years ago, but one Mad Magazine cartoonist was from the Bronx. I was curious about what section of the Bronx he's from. Have you heard of Bill Elder?
I don't know where. But I don't know where.
He was one of the earlier cartoonists in the 50s.
I have a friend who collects cartoons and artwork and...
But this particular cartoon artist was nationally known. Mad's a nationally known magazine.
Yes.
But I've been this biographical, this mini biography on him. I guess he's the only artist for that magazine who they mentioned was from the Bronx. So I was curious about which neighborhood he's from. I'd like to have something to say, but sometimes there's nothing of great excitement that's happened in my life, except I got up, reached into my change pocket, only to discover that I've got no money to even call places for regular jobs, or whatever place they're worth calling. No money to travel downtown to go to the interviews, if I get any. having nothing to do except think back and remember the time I was called loony by your old friend. As Lord of the monkey bars, just a shot away from the usherette's conference room, pump room section of Northtown of Cleaners, where I walk in front of just to see what lies beyond the horizon. That's a drag. Yeah, man, that's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the rabbit division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the rabbit division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the chief of the Eagle Hills division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the Eagle Hills division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Saskatchewan Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the Saskatchewan Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the foot division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shamans of the foot division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the chief of the swampy ground Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the chief of the Assiniboines is Pasquaya, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Assiniboines of the Pasquaya River, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Assiniboines of the Meadows, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the Assiniboines of the Meadows, it's a drag. And by the chin of the chief of the Turtle Mountain Sioux, the division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the Turtle Mountain Sioux, it's a drag. And by the chin of the chief of the Wawaskiaskum division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the Wawaskiaskum division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the chief of the Asabauch division, existence not proven, but not disproven either, the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the Asabauch division, or possible division of the Assiniboines, it's a drag. And by the chin of the chief of the East Sati of Hennepin, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the East Sati of Hennepin, it's a drag. And by the chin of the chief of the Kiyuksa division of the Mdewakanton Mystery Lake Village, a sub-tribe of the Santee division of the Dakota Sioux, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the Kiyuksa division of the Mdewakanton Sioux, it's a drag. And by the chin of the chief of the Hanhancha division of Mdewakanton Sioux, it's a drag. And by the chin of the shaman of the Ohon Concha division of Mdewakanton Sioux, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Takon Pikwa division of Mdewakanton Sioux, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Takon Pisapa division of the Mdewakanton Sioux, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Agoninin division of the Mdewakantons, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Agoninging division of Mdewakantons, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Tintao Tong or Teton Katan division of Mdewakantons, it's a drag. By the chin of the shamans of the Tintao Tongwa division of Mdewakantons, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Tutsi subdivision of the Wakpa Tong Wedan division of the Mdewakantons, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Oya Tachisha subdivision of the Wapatong Wedan division of Mdewakantons, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Chemnichan or Mdosandata division of the Mdewakantons, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Chemnichan division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Kaposia division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Kaposia division, the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Magayu Teshni division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Magayu Teshni division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Mapi Yamaza division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Mapi Yamaza division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Mapi Wichasta division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Mapi Yawichasta division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Chayatao Tonga division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Chayatao Tonga division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chief of the Tauapa, including the Metal Torn subdivision of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Tauapa division of the Metal Torn subdivision of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Town Band Indians division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Town Band Indians division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Mankato division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the shaman of the Mankato division of the Delacotones, it's a drag. By the chin of the chief of the Nasiampsa division of the Delacotones, that's a drag. Has Harvey Brugner ever heard of the Delacotones? I reckon not, partner. That's a drag. Ooh. proud to say that I've never been bothered or hassled for loitering or being accused of loitering at a Jack in the Box in Cherry Grove Fire Island, mainly because there are no Jack in the Boxes there to be hassled in. Sometimes I've been accused of loitering whenever I work on trying to figure out what to write about. In my first draft of this dissertation I'm still working on, which of course takes time, especially if it involves equations in advanced logic, or it's partly a dissertation on what loitering really is, or what it really means, since time allowed for customers to sit around drinking coffee, varies from place to place. Even a really in-depth analysis of what that particular word or term really means could take time. The term loitering, it has to sound deep, impressive, or logical enough for acceptance of my professor and my attempts to try to make the grades in my course, which unfortunately lots of managers or staff members of fast food places, even coffee houses, don't completely understand. Try to understand how logical it is for a student of advanced logic to question how loitering is really defined, if there really is a set time length to decide what is considered or classified as loitering and what is not, or what's logical and what is not, or exactly how sharp or definite the time length or sequence is. How is that rule defined? How is that rule defined by the owner of Nortown Aquino? I don't know, but I'm hanging out here just to warm up. Whenever that happens to me, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the Gadlogia Achlo, or paramount or rich elders of Achlo Gunachari, of Gai Eli Gai of the Khushtara subdialect group, of the Khushtara Londora dialect group, of the Bagalas, of the Hitlisa quarter of Elliot's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vokharol of Achlo Gunachari, of Gai Eli Gai of the Khushtara subdialect group, of the Khushtara Londora dialect group, of the Bagalaos, of the Hitlisa quarter of Elliot's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vokharol of Achlo Gunachari, of Gai Eli Gai of the Khushtara subdialect group, of the Khushtara Londora dialect group, of the Bagalas, of the Ahisa quarter of Elliot's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vokharol of Gai Essi Gai, of the Essi Gai subdialect group, of the Khushtara subdialect group, of the Khushtara Londora dialect group, of the Bagalas of the tower of Khubaza Rub Sheb, in the northeastern part of the Ahisa or upper quarter of Khushtara, on the right banks of the Anyapoisu River. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Gadlogia of Achlo Salmani Lal, of Gai Essi Gai of the Khushtara subdialect group, of the Khushtara Londora dialect group, of the Bagalaos of the tower of Khabaza Rub Sheb, and in the Ahisa quarter of Khushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vokharol of Achlo Salmani Lal, of Gai Essi Gai of the Khushtara subdialect group, of the Khushtara Londora dialect group, of the Bagalaos of the tower of Khubaza Rub Sheb and the Ahisa quarter of Khushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Gadloji of Achlo Yusupari, of the Gai Essi Gai of the Bagalaos, of the tower of Khubaza Rub Sheb, of the Ahisa quarter of Khushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vokharol of Achlo Yusupari, of Gai Essi Gai of the Khushtara subdialect group, the Khushtara Londora dialect group, of the Bagalaus of the tower of Chubaza Rub Sheb, and the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. That's a drag. By the beard of one of the Gadloji of Achlo Butlali, or Butlali Hamil Achlo Ida, of Gaia Sigaya, the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Lundora dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of Chubaza Rub Sheb, and the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vocharol of Achlo Butlali, of Gaia Sigaya, the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Lundora dialect group of the Bagalaus, the tower of Chubaza Rub Sheb, and the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. That's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vocharol of Gaia Eli Gai, of the Eli Gai sub-dialect group of the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Londota dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of Almala Rub Sheb, and the northern part of the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. That's a drag. By the beard of one of the Gadloji of Achlo Shalari, of Gai Esi Gai, of the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Londota dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of Almala Rub Sheb, and the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vocharol of Achlo Chalari, of Gai Eli Gai, of the Kushtara sub-dialect group, of the Kushtara Londora dialect group of the Bagalaus of Almala Rub Sheb, and the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Gadloji of Achlo Gunachari, of Gai Eli Gai, of the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Londora dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of Amala Rub Sheb, and the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vocharol of Achlo Gunachari, of Gai Eli Gai, of the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Londora dialect group of the Bagalaus of the towers of Palamala Rub Sheb, and the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vocharol of Achlo Gunachari, of Gai Eli Gai, of the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Londora dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of Amala Rub Sheb, and the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Vocharol of Gai Esi Gai, of the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Londora dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of Jatach Sheb, or Chalach Sheb, also in the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Gadloji of Achlo Salmani Lal, of Gai Esi Gai, of the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Londora dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of Jalach Sheb, and the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. It's a drag. And by the beard of one of the Vocharol of Achlo Salmani Lal, of Gai Esi Gai, of the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Londora dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of Jalach Sheb, in the Ahisa quarter of Kushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of Vocharol of Gai Shamchal Gai, the Shamchal Shuguri sub-dialect, or the Kushtara sub-dialect, or the Kushtara Londora dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of Chach Sheb, or Glavayach Sheb, or possibly known as Gvakli Sheb, in the Hitlisa, or lower quarter, in the southeastern part of Kushtara. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Gadloji of Achlo Shamchal, of Gai Shamchal Gai, of the Kushtara sub-dialect group of the Kushtara Lundora dialect group of the Bagalaus of the tower of